The healing process between the masculine and feminine is the topic for today's video. The masculine feminine is a way of pointing to a certain aspect of the energetic imbalance on Earth. There is a tip in the direction of masculine in your Western civilization. Some of the themes that are involved in this imbalance of the masculine-feminine energies are power, the definitions you have of power, the understanding of what power is as a concept, as a basic foundational concept that you learn through osmosis growing up in your schools, from your parents, in your family structures, and just in general in your society in Western civilization of Earth. The very idea of power and what it takes to be powerful is very much emphasizing external kinds of actions and certain flavors of external action that have to do with permeating, structuring, penetrating, erecting. Now, we're using very visceral terms here, but you can see that if we mention the feminine aspect of these terms, which is cultivating, nourishing, allowing, yes, these vessels of power that your bodies are, that have the capacity to transmute through the power of the self, the beingness, the flow, the attunement to life and self, and the isness, through release of things rather than accumulation of things. So this idea around what is powerful to do in a lifetime, individually, to accumulate, namely, rather than the more feminine aspect, which might be to release, yes? These ideas of what it's powerful to transform, there's different things that you can transform. You can transform how you are feeling, how you are being, or you can transform the structures in your society. You can transform certain consciousness structures, understandings of the world from a structural point of view, conceptual point of view. So this is now tipping over into another theme, from power into perception. And there has been an imbalance in this as well between the masculine and feminine aspects on Earth, in that how you perceive, even deeper than what you perceive as humans. When we talk about perception, we're talking very literally or visually, and then also more the mind, what you conceive of, what you can understand of your world, yes. And so this idea of perception is, again, in your Western civilizations, at least on your planet, it's really sort of been more tipped towards in the value and the preference for the masculine energy, the masculine aspect of perception. Namely around perceiving very clearly what comes after what is next in your school system. There is a lot of this and then this and then this and then this, and then these things go together like this, and you unpack them like this and you build them like this. And a lot, we could go into more detail here around how you perceive, whether you're picking out an object from the field, and being able to do that is very much accentuated. Yes, this is a more masculine aspect of bringing forward in consciousness and delineating and discerning in a particular way, yes. Holding a lot of a certain kind of intelligence, which is called by your psychologist crystallized intelligence, which is facts about things, holding that and having that there as a catalogue, again, very valued, has been very valued in your society. Perception, which is non-linear, which has to do with intuiting, has to do with instantaneous insight based on what you will come to understand is the heart being able to pick up on information and then it becomes immediately apparent to you, being able to pick up information from parallel realities and other timelines through the intuitive, just bodily, energetic awareness that is the more feminine aspect. Many of you have been interested in this, curious about this. In some civilizations, not so much Western civilizations on your Earth, but in other areas of Earth, this has been more valued. But this is something that more attention is ready to be brought to, more understanding of this perception needing to come into balance as a valued aspect of human perception, being able to then perceive higher vibrational energies through some of these more feminine aspects of the heart, the soul, the body, feeling, intuiting, which will bring a lot more into view. And of course, it's very important to note that the masculine aspect is still really important. It's about bringing this balancing point to live in balance point with these two energies. We will say one more theme that has been playing out with the masculine feminine imbalance. And please note, this does not map specifically onto men and women on your planet, yes? There is a broad spectrum of embodiments. Everyone has a balance of these energies in different ways. And it's really about finding within yourself what's your authentic calling to embody these energies, and how do you balance them in your own embodiment and expression that you are here to be on Earth. So the final theme that is out of balance with these energies has to do with what you won't recognize as a specific area. So we're going to have to talk a little bit around it with some words that you will recognize. Something to do with pleasure, joy for its own sake, expression of positive emotion, expression of inner being overflowing effortlessly into physical reality, the inner being of alignment and joy. And you may not see a lot of this in adults in your Western civilization at this time. You may recognize this something more that you have maybe seen in children. But this is something that is the feminine aspect that is out of balance with what is a more focused, and again, some of the masculine aspect is also wounded, some of the feminine is wounded, so bear this in mind. But the healthy masculine counterpoint to this theme is focus, laser focus, and the capacity to be really allowing and concentrating and passionate and powerful in a certain way about the themes that you are here to live, what is happening, what you are doing, how you are creating in this particular flavor, energy of way, in this very focused, creating, conscious, structuring way, yes? And this is powerful and beautiful and allows you to live a life of passion and manifesting your dreams here on Earth in a certain way, allowing your actions to flow into the world with confidence and truth and clarity of being and direction, yes. And then the balance to that, which has been less valued in your economic systems, political systems, and just in your society in general, is this idea of the energy of joy, the energy of light, the energy of yourself being aligned with the universe and the overflowing of this positive energy and this positivity of alignment into, and you will notice it maybe as play, the joy of being, the freedom of expressing beingness into the creation of which it comes, and the alignment and the peace and the joy. And this is something that also affects creation. What happens? It co-creates the field. It creates the flavor of experience that the people around it are having. It gives permission. It gives new opportunities. New things can be perceived because of it. It opens up new vibrational levels. It affects what's available to your mind and soul to experience in this lifetime. And together, these two energies lead to a very powerful and aligned experience of an earth life. So this imbalance is another opportunity that you now are facing to come back into balance in whatever way is true for you with these aspects. And then as a collective, as a civilization, to really let yourselves come into balance with valuing these two aspects and valuing the joy of overflowing alignment and energy and beingness as much as you're valuing the structuring aspect of passion and joy and creativity. And to see yourselves recognizing that you are worthy of this realignment in this particular theme between the masculine and feminine will very much rapidly transform the joy, the pleasure of your experience of creating beyond what many of you in your Western civilization of Earth have experienced in the past. So this is just a flavor of some of these themes of what we refer to as the masculine-feminine imbalance. And these are things that will come into more opportunity for balance over the next decades as you discover more of yourselves very rapidly and come into contact with us. And it's something that will allow you to experience us on much higher and deeper levels as you come into harmony with this in yourself and into harmony with this in the collective. With all of my love and looking forward to the unfolding path with these themes in the masculine and feminine. Thank you and goodbye for now, friends.